Hey, welcome back to Onshape tutorials. Today we're going to be learning how to construct a dodecahedron. So before you start, you should have pretty good knowledge of how to use Onshape to do this, because this is somewhat hard, but I will do my best to explain it. So if you watched the icosahedron video, we're going to start off the exact same way by making some golden rectangles. So a golden rectangle is just a rectangle that has its side lengths in a ratio that is the golden ratio. So since this side length is 1, the other side length will be the golden ratio, which is it's 1 plus the square root of 5, which I'm just writing as 5 to the 1/2 power, all over 2, which is about oopsie, sorry, I missed the parentheses. Yeah, there we go. Which is about 1.618. Cool. Now in all of the other planes, we're gonna make another golden rectangle of the exact same size, and we don't want any edges intersecting the edges of other triangles. So, triangles, rectangles. So, for example, we don't want to make a golden rectangle like this because these points right here would hit. So we're going to make it more like this. Also, it's just useful just to have the golden ratio copied, so I can just Control V that in there. So yeah, you can just Control A, Control C to do that. Cool. Okay, and then just one more on this side. Okay, there we go. So now we have the outline of an icosahedron. If some of you remember that, you can see how the triangles of an icosahedron are made here. So we're actually going to keep following the icosahedron tutorial for a bit. So we're going to make a 3-point plane here on one of the equilateral triangle bits. Okay, and then we're going to sketch on that plane. And we're going to make ourselves our triangle, like so. And we're also going to hit use this, so we just have a point in the middle of our triangle here. Cool. Okay. So now we are going to draw a line from the origin out through this point out here. Okay, so in order to get the plane for that, we just select our 2 points, and we can literally choose any old point. Doesn't matter since we're just drawing a line. And we're going to make another 3-point plane. And we're going to sketch on said plane. And we're going to draw a line out to that point. Okay, and then we're going to extend this a little bit here. Okay, so the length you want to extend it by, it can literally be anything. But if you want the pentagons on the dodecahedron to have side lengths of 1, I found that the measurement you want to use for this is that, 0.646. Okay, and that is found through some very difficult trig and geometry, at least difficult for me. So yeah. Okay, we're gonna finish that sketch. Okay, and now we are going to draw another line from here to here, but you'll notice this is just on the plane of this golden rectangle, so we're just going to sketch on it and then draw that out. Cool, and then we're just going to extend that one as well, just a little bit. Doesn't matter how much this for this. Cool. So you should have something that looks like this. I'm just going to hide the planes that aren't the normal ones. Okay, so you should have something that looks like this. And it doesn't need to be exactly this. Your triangle could be over here. Doesn't matter. Okay, now we're going to loft, which is the nuclear power plant looking thing, this triangle to this point, like so. Cool. Okay, and now we are going to make a circular pattern of this tetrahedron, even though it is not a regular tetrahedron, around this axis that we just made. And we're going to make 5 instances. Okay. Now, these 5 points are going to be the vertices of our dodecahedron, or some of the vertices, I should say. Cool. So we're going to make another 3-point plane, everyone's favorite, on these 3 points. And we're just going to sketch on that plane, and we are going to just grab those points. I'm just hitting U here for use, which is just this tool. So I just click the point, hit U. I can't, there we go. Cool. Now I'm gonna grab a line, so you can see it's got dimensions of 1 here. Okay. Cool. So now that we've got our pentagon, I'm going to temporarily, or not temporarily actually, but I'm going to hide all these. Okay, and I'm going to loft from this pentagon back to the origin, like so. Cool. Okay, and where did this go? Okay, so now we're going to make another line that is on our axis line. Aha. Here we go. So see how our axis line goes out this direction? We're just going to make a line that goes the other direction, to here. And we're also going to extend this one a bit, just so it's easier to see. Cool. Okay, and now we're going to do another circular pattern. We're going to take this and we're going to wrap it around this axis that we just made. And we're going to make 5 of them. Okay, and make sure it's new here instead of add, because add will just cause problems. Yeah, just use new. Trust me. Right. So, yep, you're just gonna finish that circular pattern. Okay, and then you're gonna grab a mirror, which is the symbol right here, or this tool rather, and we're just gonna choose any one of these and mirror it over the plane that is here. So we just complete this half of the dodecahedron. Cool. Okay, so now you'll notice that we've got 11 parts here, which we don't really need. So I'm just going to delete the original tetrahedron parts that we used to make this part. So be gone with you. Okay, and I'm gonna select all these parts. We're gonna make a Boolean, which just makes intersecting parts the same one part. Cool, so now we've only got one part, and it's our half of the dodecahedron. That is the word. Okay, so now if you remember this axis, we're going to make a plane point, or a curve point plane on this axis. So you'll probably be using 3-point and offset planes the most, but we're going to use a curve point here, which you just choose a curve, which in this case is just going to be the line, and a point on that curve. And here, one second, let me just hide all the planes so you can see what's going on. Alright. Yeah, so you can see this plane right here, it's 90 degrees to this line, and it's at that point. Cool. So now we're just going to use another mirror, and we're going to select our half dodecahedron, and then we're going to choose the plane we just made. And you don't want add, we want new here. And you'll notice it doesn't look right, but we're going to fix that, don't worry. So just finish that, and you have this almost complete dodecahedron. This just needs to rotate a bit. So we're going to do that. So you're going to go to transform, and then rotate, and you're going to choose, doesn't actually matter which one, you can choose either, but I'm going to choose the mirrored part. Okay, and then the axis, it's going to be this one again. And the angle you'll want to use is 36 degrees because pentagons and stuff. Yeah, so if I just hide all the sketches and everything, making it not look perfect. There we go. We have ourselves a dodecahedron with side lengths of 1. Cool. So, thanks for watching. I hope you learned how to make your dodecahedron for whatever reason you need to, but I'll see you next time. Bye.